there was great attention to this subject, as we know, going back to the Cold War. But between that period of time, between the end of the Cold War and September the 11th, there wasn't a lot of attention here, because we thought the greatest threat from a state-on-state perspective was well behind us. And we didn't really believe, in a fundamental way, that other threats, non-state actors, posed sort of a real strategic threat to our existence until September the 11th and that tragedy. And even then, in the immediate aftermath of 9/11, when people said we need to turn our attention back to this, we realized the paradigm of Cold War contingency planning, even that didn't quite fit. Because, of course, that presumes intelligence and warning capability, so you can begin to go, as we would say in the continuity world, to warm and to hot at your off-site facilities. And so even that would be helpful, but not dispositive about how we approached the whole area of continuity. You can imagine, after September the 11th, the president was incredibly frustrated by his inability to communicate with the American people, the difficulty in communications even within his own cabinet. And so there was an immediate turn to the issue of continuity of the presidency and supporting of the immediate person and staff of the President of the United States. And that was the first real priority in the aftermath of September the 11th. But of course, while people here well understand it, it's worth my just saying, I obviously can't talk about the details of the continuity of the presidency because all of that is classified. I will tell you that there are millions upon millions of dollars and lots of time and attention that was turned to that. And President Obama inherited a far superior, not just far superior, but superior by almost any standard of anything else we understand about our allies around the world, a far superior system for his long-term, and not just his, but left a legacy in terms of the continuity of the presidency that is much stronger than anything I think anybody would have contemplated. But of course, as you begin to look at the continuity of the presidency, you immediately realize that will only be as effective as the plans that are nested beneath it. Continuity of the government, continuity of operations across the federal government. Because of course, you may have provided for the continuity of the president and his staff, but who are they going to talk to? Who's going to provide them the sort of staff support, policy support, and operational support that they need to be effective?